Hello, beautiful people, to the Inner Rebirth podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about how deep thinking meets creative expression. And the reason I started this podcast because I realized that a lot of the entrepreneurs and the founders and the rebels and creatives, they had a lot of deep thinking inside them, but they kind of got lost somewhere in the performative world. And it was my mission, and it is still my mission, to help them to come back to their soul. And that's why I bring in the conversation which breaks the boxes, is because when we are performing for the world, we are kind of in the box to be liked or to be around people who kind of we think that will accept us. And today, the conversations that I want to bring is about sales. And the entrepreneurs and the founders who follow me and my clients, we have been having a lot of conversations about sales because what they have learned is the kind of manipulative techniques or the tactics they never sat right with them. And when they try to sell from their soul, this resistance comes in, and they always ask me that how do I shift this? So I thought I'm gonna make a episode about it so that I can help whoever is tuning into me. So just get the feel of that, what exactly is my vibe when I am teaching you how to do business with soul. So a lot of us know the sales where you kind of listen to the other person and your job is basically try to ask them the questions and sell them, right? What I teach my clients or I tell them is to have this analogy that when you love someone, you want the best for them, right? So instead of thinking your clients that, oh, I have to be manipulative to sell them something, how can you make your inner monologue that, how can I love this person? And when you shift that inner narrative, that frustration that you feel that, oh, someone is just not getting it to me and they're not ready for the transformation that I'm here for, that ickiness that you feel, that resistance will go away. First of all, you will start to see the person who they are, you will start to understand where they at. And the reason I wanted to bring love as an analogy, because you cannot change someone by being very harsh on them or trying to be manipulative to them. But you can definitely help someone with love, because love is the answer, right? When we get sold by somebody or when you choose to buy from somebody, what do you buy from? You buy people's energy and you feel that loving energy that this person actually do care about me. And that's the same thing. It's the same thing. That person who showed up, who showed interest in your product, in your service, that person was interested, right? That person felt your energy. And now, how can you operate from love? Because here's the thing, when you are doing business with your soul, at every step of your business, your heart will get expanded. And before that, you will feel the contraction. You will feel your old ways of kicking in. And that's where I want you to expand your heart and really truly see that person where they at. And I'm not saying that you have to give free stuff to them and be, all over them. Sometimes the most loving thing that you can do is, if you see that person is not ready for you, refer them to somebody else. If you see that person is not ready for the biggest investment or the biggest program that you have, how can you love this person and offer them just like a little offer that you have, maybe like an entry point, or maybe just direct them towards your a video that you think that's going to help them. And I know a lot of the people kind of think that, oh, but that's just going to waste the time and the trust building and all of that. I get it. I get all of that. But the whole point of building a business, which is soul led, is building a community. Do you not want to build a community? Ask yourself, do you not want people who actually want to build with you? Do you not want people who actually trust you? Because this whole idea that we have been given that sales is a numbers game, I understand that. Understand all the logistics about it. But can we just reframe that? Rather than seeing people as numbers, can we actually see people for who they are? And from my personal example in my business, there has been a times where my heart has been contracted and I'm like, you know what, I am feeling very icky here. And what I noticed is I actually closed my heart in that way. But when I opened my heart, I truly saw that person where they were. I remember this one moment, I was doing this discovery call with this one girl. I felt so connected with her, and really wanted to help her. And she wasn't somebody that who would just shush it away and be like, you know what, I'm just not ready for you. Like when people try to give you this BS reasons, and you can simply feel it that this person is just making excuses. She wasn't one of those. She was really ready to do the work. And the only thing that was getting in her way was my big program that I was charging. And at that time, in that moment, when I tapped into my love frequency, I was like, I want to help this person. Instantly, in that moment, I am not even kidding. I think I haven't even expressed it to her ever. Even in that moment, I crafted my another offer. And I just said to her that this is what I can offer you right now, because you and your transformation that you're wanting, I don't want you to get the money in the way. And I'm not saying that you should sell yourself short every time. I don't do that either. But there are some moments where you start to understand that love has to be the core foundation here. And when I offered her this offer that I could do it for her, she instantly was ready for it. And it was a little bit of more for her out of her budget, but she stretched it out. That's why I'm saying that love is not just about selling yourself short. It was about stretching as well, because I wanted to really see that is she committed to it. And she was. It stretched her a little bit, and let me tell you, within a month, my usual program is 3 months, right? But for her, I did it for 1 month. Within 1 month, I saw that woman. Like, it just brings me emotions every time I think about it. That this woman who did not feel confident, and within a month, she was opening her throat. She was speaking how she wanted to speak. She was, and now we are going to work, I think, in next month or the 1 month after, when I'm making this podcast, is to actually help her in starting the business that she told me that she had been working towards it. So the first step for her was actually building a confidence which is actually not performative, but coming from her soul, and that was her foundation that I laid out. And for the next one, I did not even had to tell her that, hey, come buy from me. She actually messaged me. She said, you know what, whatever you're building next, I'm already in. That's what I'm saying. Make connections with the people and really show them that who they are. Are they actually committed to their growth? And I also understand that sometimes we get into the situations where we sell ourselves short and we kind of regret those situations, where that's where your discernment comes in. But when you are a soulful leader, you already tapped into your intuition. And that's where I really want you to reframe that manipulative techniques to, how can I bring love here? How can I open my heart here? And let me tell you one more thing. An open heart shares with overflow, because that overflow, that abundance always comes right back at you. And I wasn't even thinking about that, oh, after that container would be done and she will come back to me or something like that. I wasn't. And it wasn't the just first time that happened to me. It happened with my previous clients as well. Sometimes they just, message me out of nowhere, wants to work with me, because this is my whole philosophy that I do not want to leave this earth and be like, I don't even know who I helped. I know exactly who my people are. I know exactly that every person that I've always worked with, it's just a, different kind of energy that you feel in your business, that, wow, I get to build a community around me. I get to help people in a very beautiful way. And that's where I just want to leave you with this podcast episode, that next time, when the sales would try to intimidate you, try to bring in the old limiting beliefs that you have to sell your soul here. No, 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 no. Bring the love frequency and watch. Watch how abundance rolls into your life more than you expected. I hope you got value from this episode, and if you did, please subscribe. And you can also follow me on my social media: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube. I am on the same name, Inner Rebirth, where I help you to come back to your soul and do business differently. Bye bye for now.